we're not sitting right next to each other. So I want to test out something this week where, we are going to be living by our core values and by our words of intention. Okay. So as you know, during the introduction, we always say we are traveling entrepreneurs. So as long as you do it safely, you'll be fine. Guys, that was actually Michael. Let me show you from another view. Content is important, but definitely be careful when you're traveling.
Hey guys, this is Michael with Hermes Entourage, and I'm coming to you from Lake Winnipesaukee, Laconia, New Hampshire.
Hey, my name's Hung, and I'm coming at you from warm and sunny Colorado.
Hey guys, it's Dominic Mayu coming at you from Fort Collins, Colorado.
Hey everybody, how's it going? Episode 7. This week on Hermes Entourage, we're talking about virtual assistants, hiring out, and delegating tasks. So you can work on your business rather than for your business. Over the past 5 to 6 years, being a solo entrepreneur, running real estate companies, this is a philosophy that's something that I've had trouble grasping. It's what Robert Kiyosaki perfectly explains, is that you're creating just another job for yourself. You're becoming self-employed because you're not learning to delegate tasks to other people, you're not time managing well, and now you've just created another job for yourself. So this week we're going to be talking about what platforms you can find virtual assistants and what we're using them for within our business to help us grow our business especially. So we create the lifestyle and get back the time that we really want to have. Time is the biggest thing for me. I want to be able to travel. That is Hermes Entourage's core philosophy, being able to travel wherever we want in the world. Currently, as you can tell, I'm no longer in Denver. I am in Lake Winnipesaukee, Laconia, New Hampshire. This past week, my girlfriend and myself came from Denver, drove across the country, stopped in Chicago, had a great day with my sister, explored the city, then went to Niagara Falls, and now we're here in Laconia having a great day on the lake. I get it, it's COVID-19. We are taking all the precautions. We're in face masks. We got hand sanitizer, social distancing in groups. So we're taking all the precautions, staying safe, staying healthy as everyone, all of us should, right? But we are still traveling around, getting to see this beautiful country and hopefully more beautiful countries as well once things start to open back up. So this week, really learn to be open to the concept of delegating more tasks, being great at time management, so you're working on your business rather than for your business. So you're able to create a lifestyle, however you see fit, however you want to. So right now, I'm going to send it back to Denver, Colorado, let Dominic and Hung talk about some virtual assistants, some platforms that we're working on right now to get the business up and running.
So I'm just going to really emphasize that point that Michael was talking about. So as you guys know, I come from the e-commerce realm, but this relates to everything. So one of the biggest problems I'm seeing, if not the biggest problem I see with new businesses, new startups, is that the owner tries to be a professional at every possible aspect. They're trying to run the marketing. They're trying to actually run the online store. They're doing emails. They're managing inventory. They're, doing CRO. They're doing every single thing that needs done themselves. And that is incredibly self-destructive. That is never successful. That never works. I've never seen it work. Because, guys, you can't be a pro at everything. You can't be really good at every single thing in running a business. And this relates to everything. Like I said, that example was more e-commerce, but that relates to real estate 100% as well. You can't be a pro at the calling and the contracts and the online side and the marketing and all of it at once, because that's just not how it works, okay? What I've seen is these owners drive themselves basically crazy trying to manage all of these things. So you need to delegate that stuff out, okay? There's a million agencies, partners, things that are cheap or expensive that can do this stuff for you. Guys, if you have partners, delegate it, okay? Maybe this partner handles marketing, this partner handles the online side, this handles the contracting, okay? Delegate that stuff out. If you go to Fiverr or Upwork and just search in what you need, so example like Facebook marketing, there's going to be a million professionals that come up in this, ranging from expensive to not so expensive, and you can just test that stuff out, but they're going to know what they're doing and they're going to take that off your plate so you can focus on other things. That's actually a huge conversation I had with Hung on a few days ago. He was actually basically doing everything. And what we learned is that when you're doing everything, you can't focus on one thing, and you can't do great work on one thing rather than you're going to do mediocre work on everything. And as we know, businesses don't thrive under mediocre work. You know, everything has to be well done and executed well. So delegate that stuff out. That is incredibly, incredibly, incredibly important. I can't stress that enough. It's truly one of the biggest problems I see with new startups. And obviously you have to do what you have to do at the beginning stage, but as soon as you can delegate this stuff out, delegate it out. I promise you, not only will it make your life 10 times easier, but it's going to make you 10 times more money, which might not make sense, but it will. So yeah, I want to swing this back to Hung. He may have some more things to talk about on like how to do this and some more ideas. So thanks, guys.
Yeah, guys, it's exactly what Michael and Dom are talking about, right? So I'm sure you can relate. As an entrepreneur, what we tend to do is we take on all of the tasks and then we tend not to know how to delegate. So I fall victim to this all the time, right? So the saying is master of all, jack of none. No, I'm just kidding. It's actually, if you are the jack of all trades, you're the master of none, right? If you cannot focus on that one activity that you're actually wanting to do, say marketing, or building out systems and hiring on people. If you're doing all of those tasks instead of actually delegating your tasks to your partners, hiring on virtual assistants and all that stuff, you're not going to get that far. Trust me, I know. You feel burnt out. You'll be working 18 hours a day, and eventually you don't want to do any of it for a while, right? And so you go on a long strip of where you just like feel burnt out, being lazy, or whatever it is. So what we want to do is I'm going to show you some of the secret tactics and techniques in order for you to hire out some virtual assistants. Please keep in mind, these are not all the tactics. I'm sure there's a million other ways to actually do this. And there's other agencies out there, either here in the US, Japan, wherever you're from. I'm sure you can actually hire out a virtual assistant service. However, these are some of the basic services that we use every single day. And most of us don't actually realize that you can actually hire virtual assistants through these platforms. So let me go and dive into this and show you some of the actual tactics.
All right, guys. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you exactly how to find virtual assistants and using just the platforms that everybody else uses every single day, okay? So the first one I'm going to do is I'm going to run you through Facebook. So first of all, what you want to do is you want to type in virtual assistant on the top left, okay? And once you do that, you can see there's a little button down here that says groups. You want to click on groups. Okay, once you actually see the groups, then you can actually see virtual assistant tribes. You can see Philippines home-based virtual assistant, hiring an assistant in the Philippines, Philippines best virtual assistant jobs. And you can just see which ones have the most members, right? So 4,000, 25,000, 5,000, 101. So then what you want to do is 50,000, you can see like you want to join some of these, okay? So if you want something specific, there's generally better virtual assistants in certain areas, okay? So like I know that South Africa actually is known for a lot of video edits and graphics designs and stuff like that for ads. So if you want to look for something like that, you just type it in, right? So South African virtual assistant. So you can see find an assistant in South Africa. Remember, hit groups here. Makes it easier to find stuff like that. So virtual assistants for drop shipping, virtual assistants for remote customer service jobs in the USA. So you can see whatever you're looking for, you can definitely type it in. So the virtual wholesalers, so on and so forth, right? So the Filipino ones here. Once you actually select this, you can actually then join the group on the right side. It might take a couple days. You might have to answer a couple questions, but then you can then post inside there to find yourself a virtual assistant. Virtual assistants can range anywhere from $3 an hour all the way up to as much as you really want to pay them, really. So the typical range that we are hiring at is anywhere between $5 to $7. We pay a lot more if they're doing a lot more for us, but that's the typical one. Okay, so Facebook makes it very, very easy to actually find virtual assistants. Okay, so the next one I want to go through is Craigslist. So here's Craigslist. So what you want to do is, depending on the city that you want to go to, again, right? So this one, we normally hire Filipinos. Their English is actually pretty good. And so if you really want to go take it into a step further, you can definitely go into Google and Google cities in the Philippines that actually speak English. And so you can see that Manila is actually one of them, right? So what I did was typed in manila.craigslist.org. So most people don't know that Craigslist is actually worldwide, and this is actually in the Philippines as well. So what you want to do then is click on jobs, and you can post your own job here. See, you can see $7 for telesales, virtual assistants right here, telemarketer, um, you know, dating, writing assistant, whatever you want, right? Look at this. Even WordPress developers, you can definitely see and post in there, so that way you can actually get somebody that you can hire directly. So this also allows you to hire a virtual assistant directly without going through an agency. There's a lot of agencies in Facebook as well. And what I normally do is I talk to the person, get to know their agency, and then I actually talk to them offline, and then hire them offline. So they make more money that way as well. So they're more grateful for you. Okay, so the next one is, I'm gonna go to Fiverr. Now Fiverr makes it super easy, right? Like you can actually do stuff like skip tracing and all that stuff. So all you have to do is just really look up real estate virtual assistants, and you can see I can provide my agents virtual assistants right here. You can see $5 an hour. Majority of them are $5 an hour. You can see there's some of them that actually have some tasks that they do. So like if you actually, for example, right, so copy and paste jobs, data entries, data mining, data scraping, Microsoft Excel, Microsoft Word, data conversion, property research, public record search, real estate data entry. You can see all of that, 2 hours of work for $5. So you can see that this person was willing to do it for about $2.50 a job, or an hour. So if you want to look up a virtual assistant through Fiverr, they make it extremely, extremely easy for you to do so. The next one I want to look at is Upwork. Upwork is also very cool. So what we did in the past is you can actually find computer programmers here too, right? So website developers. So whatever you're looking for, it's not loading that well right now, but you can see there's guys that went from $55 an hour, and you can definitely find people that are $100 an hour all the way through. So definitely take your time on this one. Right, so you can type in real estate virtual assistant, real virtual assistant in Philippines, or whatever you want, right? So you can see these ones are customer service, social media manager, so on and so forth. This, you can see where they're actually from, Texas. You can also find these ones, from New Jersey for $3 an hour. So yeah, just do your own research. But yeah, this is how you would actually go about finding virtual assistants and hiring one out. So when you actually do that, what you want to do is then you want to create a task list for them, right? So that way you actually know exactly what you want them to do, and then give it to them, so that way they have a task list. So if you have a screen recording program, what I recommend for Windows users is Active Presenter. It's a free program. Most of the people, you can use way more expensive programs and buy into all these things, but in the end, all you need is just to do a screen recording, something that can record your microphone and your screen, and that way you can give instructions on how you want your virtual assistant to do it, and that's it. So I hope you guys got something out of this video, and we'll see you next week.
Talk to y'all next week.